guys, I'm Madison Mary and welcome back to my channel. Today I am with Amanda from the Naughty Librarian.
Hello!
When we first hung out today, we each chose a book to recommend to the other person. So eventually I have a reading vlog coming out with this. But Amanda recommended to me Rock Addiction by Nalini Singh, and it's a extremely smutty book about, you know, sex and a rock star and a librarian. So we all know I love my librarian smut. Because
You opened it randomly to page 23 and they were already talking about doing it again.
and I was like, oh.
This is the book you got me. What is it about?
The Deal by Elle Kennedy. So this is a hockey romance. This is the first in a 4-book series. This follows, let me check out what their names are again. Yeah, Hannah and Garrett's the hockey player, and Hannah is in this class and she used to date one of the old hockey players, but they broke up. And then at a party, he calls her a bad lay, and she's pissed, okay? And so Garrett comes in and pretends to be her boyfriend and be like, oh, and then takes her off. So everyone's like, oh, she can't be a bad lay if she's with Garrett because he's like this man whore. And then
Doesn't mean she's not a bad lay, but anyway.
he then like helps her like reinvent her sexuality and like become comfortable with her own body, and it's very beautifully done.
It's like sexual Yoda,
Yes.
but through hockey.
You know, he looks after women sexually. Amanda has a video ready that's going to go up, but we talk about a lot of these books. One that I really do want to mention though, because I want to keep bringing this up because I'd seen it before. Like it's just come across on my Kindle and I keep meaning to buy it and read it.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's literally called Smut.
It's literally called Smut.
And it's about these two university students who are paired to do a creative writing assignment and decide to write smut.
Wanna know why? Because romance is actually the top-selling genre in the world. People like it.
Shocker, tell me more.
What? I know. So they're like, oh, you know what we can make some money doing? Smut. And they're like, oh, let's write some smut. But when you write smut all day with someone that you're kind of attracted to, one thing leads to another, and then no one has pants on. What are you gonna do?
Have sex.
They fuck in a library. They fuck in a library. She bites a book
Oh.
to stop from screaming.
Oh.
You're welcome.
You know what? I know it's something I have to read. I just know. I already recommended to you earlier Queen Takes Nights, which if you watch my channel, you know that it was one of my favorite books of 2019. I read it in December and it like torpedoed to the top of my list because I was like, you know what?
That's happened before.
I've never read vampire smutty sex, and I was like, you know what? This is, and I'm also just been in the male, female, like
The whole.
Wait,
that's the bad word.
Exactly, so I didn't want to say it. And this is not going to end well if I say hole, but
we already went in a hole. Watch my video if you want to see me talk about holes. We talked about a lot of them.
Yeah, we, five people, one lady.
There's this book. This girl fucks 5 dudes at the same time.
It doesn't sound like it should happen, but it does.
It happens, and like part of me is proud of her, but the other part of me is just like, how is this functional? Like, I don't, anyway. You're talking about that one book when they're fucking their cousins, and I'm like, she can't be like older.
Oh no, that's Credence. I don't even want to touch Penelope Douglas anymore. That's not happening.
No one should touch Penelope.
I let everyone else touch Penelope Douglas, and I love, because Chandler loves Penelope Douglas, and so I love watching her videos where she reads them, so then I can know what it's about, because then I don't have to read them myself.
Yeah.
Gives me a whole like loophole to the situation.
A loophole.
And I'm like, now I know everything that happens without having to actually read it myself. Because then I read about it and I go, oh, I don't like that at all.
Anyway.
Age gap's not my thing.
Yeah. We talked about that in my video, but age gaps are tricky unless they're like vampires, because it's like really no one's your age at that point.
I hate when people say that. They're like, you know, like age gaps, but about vampires. I'm like,
no one's 400.
they don't count.
You gotta fuck someone. No one's your age.
No, especially because a lot of vampire books that I feel like you read, they're normally old dudes.
There's not a lot of lady vamps.
No.
There isn't. That's the true thing.
Why are they all suddenly just becoming vampires?
Well, okay, that one series I was telling you about earlier, well, there's like this series where they're vampires, but they're also aliens.
Which sounds
Go
weird.
with me. They're aliens, but they're also vampires. And like, they only reproduce vampires that are male through genetics. There's like a genetic reason why they could only produce male heirs.
What's the series called?
I don't remember.
I'll put it up eventually once we figure it out.
It's by Lara Adrian.
That's all we needed to know.
I forget. Dark Hunt. No, that's, I don't remember what it's called. They're alien vampires, and they like can only make more alien vampire males. This is the way their sperm works, I guess. Because they're actually half Atlantean. It gets weirder. You thought like, oh, alien vampires is gonna be the end of it.
It goes to Atlantis.
It goes to Atlantis, and Atlantis is another alien race. And then like those people who survived it are made ladies, and they only make ladies. The guys of that species only make ladies, and the women only species only make ladies.
So there's a lot that goes into this series and
they all
sexual reproduction. We love that.
There's like science, bad science, but it exists.
Fantasy science. Okay, what is this book about, by the way?
Which book?
I just randomly grabbed it and it's just sitting there.
I have no idea. It's just on my shelf. Well, no, this is the one I'm getting rid of. Yeah, you grabbed it out of the box.
You getting rid of the box too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'm getting rid of this. Fun fact, I think I filmed this on Haul already. It's not up yet. I got it at the library book sale. I have no idea what it's about. It's just something I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking read this. What's it about? It looks bad, right? Share with the audience.
Data research scientific formula. Annabelle Coffrey is completely at ease with all of them. Men, not so much. But that's all going to change after she asks Dr. Charles Douglas, the postdoctoral fellow in her lab, to have sex with her.
Nerd sex. She's like, hey boss, what a fuck?
Oh, he's British too.
Hey boss, what a fuck?
Yeah. No.
There's a reason why I'm getting rid of things.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that. I did not realize you were getting rid of that whole box too.
There's a box down there and I'm like, I'm getting rid of those, but we were drinking long before we started
I thought you were
filming.
just getting rid of that shelf.
There's a bunch of books.
Which, by the way, you have After by Anna Todd on there.
I got it for free.
Oh. Tell me, what were your thoughts on After?
I haven't read it because, okay, hold on. At my old job, because I worked in Hollywood, we did the post-production for the movie After.
Oh, really?
It's the bane of my goddamn existence. I fucking hate that movie, and all of the producers on it, they're all garbage humans. Sorry.
It was so funny to
Hot
watch.
tea from Hollywood. And he's sexy Voldemort. The guy who's the lame guy, he played Voldemort when he was a child.
Yeah.
He's sexy Voldemort.
It was, honestly, I watched it. It's in a rating vlog from like ages ago, like last summer. And it was so fucking funny. Afterwards, I sat there and I go, I don't know why I watched this.
It's just a toxic relationship.
It is. And you know what? It's bad in the movie because it doesn't give you all the background, but it's still fucking bad.
It's still toxic. It's toxic no matter what.
It's like, oh, he's a bad boy. He breaks shit. And it's like, no choice.
He's drunk and abusive. Bail. Red flags everywhere. But like the producer was at the office and he's just like, hey, I have extra copies. Do you want one? I'm like, sure.
Why not?
Do I got a copy of the book? Girl, like, I'll tell you off camera. But like, let's just be real. Like, they were a nightmare. And like, the movie was the bane of my existence. And then they were making the sequel and we were doing the post on it. But like, I left that job before that.
So they
happened.
have filmed the sequel. Now I'm even
The sequel's coming out. We were starting the post on it and I was like, no. That wasn't the reason why I'm not at this job anymore. But like,
but didn't help.
I started seeing like orders for After We Collided come through our system and I'm like, that's the fucking sequel. No! No! Did that movie do well? I didn't hear about it doing well.
No, hey, if it ended up on Netflix for free, it kind of done well. Because Netflix never ends up having movies on there for free if they did well.
Girl, their big marketing campaign they were pitching for that movie was that they were trying to make it the next Twilight.
I thought they were pitching it as 50 Shades of Grey for teens.
No, they're making it the new Twilight. That was their fucking campaign. There's no vampires in it.
No,
what are they doing?
Tell me a good vampire smutty romance.
Besides Janine Frost, we were talking about that earlier.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so do you want like traditional vampire or do you want like creative vampire? Where it's a vampire, but like creative license. Like vampires were also aliens. Like that kind of idea.
Let's go with traditional.
Traditional. Okay, so I have to think of a new book.
Well, because, like, Planet Barbarians I still need to get to. And I think once I read that alien full-on smut, which is about, like, I feel like almost everyone should know about this by now because it was so talked about last year.
Ice Barbarians.
But
doing it.
Yeah, like women stolen by aliens and then they crash land and end up with other aliens that then mate with them and then sexual intercourses.
That's a lot. In the ice. Igloos. Are they in igloos?
Have you not read it?
I haven't.
Are
they in igloos? Let us know in the comments down below.
Do they have sexual intercourse in igloos? I don't know.
I would read that. If someone's gonna fuck in an igloo, I would read the shit out of that.
I feel like there's been cave romances.
I've never read like an
sex.
Eskimo porn.
No.
I was telling you about that cave one earlier.
Yeah,
like,
you mentioned caves. And I feel like caves has been done, but I don't think I've ever read...
An igloo.
No. Or like...
Okay.
Well, Serpent and Dove has, which is a YA fantasy, technically new adult.
YA in the loose term.
YA in the sense of Sarah J. Maas.
Yeah.
But they have sex on a roof when they're right next to a inside area.
But like roof is like, I've seen other books with roofs. Like roof isn't like...
Yeah, but I think
so
of the
bad.
roof as like this. Like, how do you stay on the roof?
I'm picturing a flat roof. Like there's like a wall around it. Like a
See,
rooftop bar.
I was thinking like...
They're on like a slant?
Yeah, and I was like, how does that work?
They're just like holding
fell
on real
off.
hard.
Like, oh my god, that would not end well for anyone.
Okay, so that's where the difference in opinion comes from. Because I'm like, I think the roof scene was fine. You think they're gonna fall off? No, I think the flat roof.
Okay, so you know what? It was not properly explained.
Yeah, that is like slanty roof, like on the roof tiles, just sliding down to oblivion.
The vampire book you're gonna recommend to me.
Okay, so I have this option, but I have another option.
Okay.
Because like traditional vampire ideas have been like expanded.
Yeah.
Traditional vampire wise, I'm going to recommend this Kresley Cole book to you. Mm-hmm. It's called No Rest for the Wicked. It has like paranormal Olympics.
Okay.
They're doing like this like big race to the finish, and it's a vampire and a Valkyrie. And he's like a nerdy vampire. He's like, he's like a scientist literature. He's an indoor kid.
Oh, this is a cool cover.
His name is Sebastian. He's like a full indoor kid vampire. He's really into books and learning. And then Catherine the Cold-Hearted, because she's
that's what
she's a Valkyrie who has become cold-hearted because her sister's died, and so she cut out her heart so she doesn't feel like emotions. And he's just like, but I'm your mate. And she's just like, I don't feel things. He's like, well, fuck you. And she's like, I feel things. And then there's also like a big race, and it's like paranormal Olympics. And like there's several books that happen because of this book in the series.
1709, present day. Oh, Russia.
He's a Russian vampire.
Oh.
And his brothers are all vampires too, and they're like sexy. They're like sexy warlord vampires.
Is that what the rest of them are about? Like involves their
brothers? There's like 17 books in the series.
Oh.
So like, no, just like a few of them. But all of what are their the Roth brothers. All of them. Because my Conrad was one of them, but they're not the Conrad brothers. Anyways, this is Sebastian Roth. The Roth brothers all have a book. They all get brides. One of them ends up with a ghost. That's weird. It works out because she sometimes has a body.
Sometimes. Yep, close enough.
They're like vampire brothers. And they like get ladies.
We're happy with that. Okay, then the other one?
I'm gonna grab it. So there's also this series by Sherrilyn and Kenyon. It's the Dark Hunter series. And this one, they're vampires, but they're made by the goddess Artemis.
Which sounds awesome to me.
Greek gods and vampires combined. And they all take place in New Orleans. This starts with the vampire hero getting hit by a Mardi Gras float.
Okay.
although his like romantic interest, her name is like Sunny, like sunshine, like what hippies named this poor lady?
Hippies in New Orleans during Mardi Gras
but
had sex and had a baby and decided to name it Sunshine.
Yeah, and like she's like an artist, and he's like, I'm a vampire. I have to sit at Cafe Du Monde with my chicory coffee, and he gets hit by a Mardi Gras float, and she's like, I'll help you.
So sad.
Strange man who got hit by a Mardi Gras float, I'll take you home to my house and like nurse you back to health. Said no one ever. Turns out he's a vampire, and then there's crazy shit because there's this world where they hunt demons, and he's a vampire, and then like they do a standing up
Sexy?
69.
Oh, that's very strong.
She's hanging upside down.
He's very strong.
Well, I mean vampire.
Oh.
But the thing is, that just seems uncomfortable.
Is she human?
Yes, but like spoiler alert, she's not by the end.
Oh, cool.
And he's like a Celtic warrior, so you got like that Celtic vibe. Little Celtic mythologies in there.
Have you read Aras Grey before?
I have not.
I actually really, so she's very hit or miss with her books, I find.
I don't know any of her books. What are her books?
So she has one series that's soccer based.
Soccer?
Soccer.
Soccer. I forget. My soccer? Like vampires? Is that what they call them in Australia?
Wow. Yeah, soccers.
like erasers or rubbers.
With Iris Gray, so she has her soccer series.
Soccer series.
And then she has like other ones that are just like standalones that are just one of them's like a doctor romance, one of them's a rock star, one of them's a CEO, one of them's it's just all these random different ones, but it's her Scoring Wilder series.
Okay.
And it says university student and her coach. There's only like a 3-year difference between the two of them.
Okay.
And it ends up being really good. I loved it. And it's a 2-book series. He's new to the scene during her last year.
How is he 3 years older than a coach?
Because he was this huge star who they've just brought in.
I mean, this is make-believe for like romance novels. I'm like, no one's hiring a 3-year-old or coach.
No. That's why it's a romance. No one just reads about, a rock star getting on with the librarian.
Because that happens every day. Soccer, yo. In America, it's soccer.
Oh, it's a soccer in Australia, too.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, because you have other things.
We have our own version of football.
You guys have all of the things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have one that's like royalty.
I'm down. Sometimes I want to fuck a prince. Or like... vice versa, or like,
Okay, so it's by Avery Flynn. It's called His Undercover Princess.
Okay.
So she's a princess in this like random ass little country, and she flees it and is like, fuck it, I don't want to be part of this.
Like Lichtenberg.
Yeah, she's like she flees to America, has like a regular job for a couple of years, and then this man one day comes up to her. She's like I think she's a fashion consultant for like a
This is so romantic. There's no way she got out of that country with no one figuring it out.
Not in the US, but like the people still kept watching her when she left. Like they still fucking knew where she was.
There's no way they don't know where she fucking is.
But it was once like her dad said a full state that they like finally reveal themselves and were like, hey, we've been watching you, like you need to come back. And she's like, no, fuck you, like I don't want to. And they still make, and it's her and like the bodyguard guy who's like always been charged with like looking after her.
So he's like a stalker on payroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And they have like this random like almost sexy scene at one point. It is pretty sexy. It's like touchy but not like insidey. And
above the clothes or under the clothes?
Still under the clothes.
Okay, but still touchy but not inny.
Yeah.
Outies but not innies.
And there's that, and then it stops for a little while, and they're like sexual tension, and then shit happens, and there's 2 books in the series.
You know what? I'm down. Sometimes I'm like in the mood for like a royal romance.
Sometimes it's worth it. And then it's like this whole like weird series. Like it's not all by the same author. It was all part of this like
an anthology?
No, but like it was all published under this weird thing. I don't even know what it was. But there was another one called Millionaire Under the Mistletoe by Stephanie London, and that was about this girl who had to come back to like once her grandparents passed away, she inherited their like land, had to go back to England. To then like be there to sell it. And when she gets there, her old childhood romance is there, and he like has grown up and has like this firm that he wants to buy it back from her instead.
Where's my trope tea?
Yes, it is. It's the trope tea. It's
tea.
My childhood friend is hot now. Literally, that's what it is. And that's what it's about. It's him trying to like convince her to stay in England and not go back to where she was before. Okay. Just like not sell it and like to reinstate, because it was like an Airbnb place.
Okay.
Not it was a
very romantic.
It was a B&B place.
No one's making money off of B&B. Like no one's gonna retire off that shit. Yeah. You do that when you're already retired. You got nothing else to do.
But it was like this castle-based place that everyone used to want to come to and like stay at. It was like an old castle, like named to like.
There's castles everywhere.
Exactly. That's why it makes sense.
Everybody's got a castle in England or Europe. From what I've known, there's a lot of castles. Everybody's got a castle. But anyways, trope tea. Hi.
From the Rip Bodice.
We went to the Rip Bodice, which is America's only romance-only bookstore, and they sell tea now. And
is it really?
Yeah. I think they just opened one in like Chicago.
Oh wow.
But they were inspired by the Rip Bodice.
We love that.
But anyway,
perfect.
they made trope teas. So it was like tropes and romances.
I drank earlier, there's only one bed.
There's only one bed, that trope. And I got my childhood friend is now hot, or it's hot now.
Which is perfect.
It's a raspberry black tea, and I love raspberry black tea.
Mine was Earl Grey and elderflower, which is good.
We just talked about tea for a while now.
But yes, that is all for this video. Please check out Amanda's channel. Her tag is the Naughty Librarian. Hers is always fun. She always starts off with a glass of something or other.
Mostly wine. Depends what time of day I'm filming. If I'm filming in the morning, I feel guilty drinking wine, so I'll have like soda. But mostly it's wine.
It's always fun, especially, I feel like we've got very similar tastes. It's just you've forayed further into the romance genre than I have.
I'll be your Sherpa.
Oh, I love that.
Of the Mountain of Romance.
This is my Sherpa now. But yes, if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe to my channel. And until next time, thanks so much, guys. Bye! Oh wait, we didn't finish the other bottle. Oh,
this is the bottle. Girl, we finished the bottle.
Okay, so this is a...
We have already been drinking.
This is our second video of the day.
This is our second bottle. We already finished a bottle. I don't know what happened to the book you bought me because there's so many books on this table.
It's here.
Okay.
By the way, we're also eating
Thai food. I got hungry. I was just like, I'm just eating noodles.
Okay, you can't just drink. You can.
We can just drink our dinner. We're adults.
We need to drink and eat. It needs to be sophisticated.
We thought we were going to be responsible by eating, but we started drinking long before we were eating.
So Amanda.
Bam.
Sex.
Stand up 69. It doesn't seem fun for anybody, but it works for them, I guess.
You know what? If they're happy with it, that's all that really matters in the end of the story.
Do you want me to pour this? This is coconut cream.
It's fine. It's too sweet for me anyway.
Girl.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
You can ask me what I'm into.
What are you into?
I don't know. You gotta like narrow it down a bit.